Hi everyone, this is Lynn from MundiJournals, and I am going to show you something I came up with this past week because I need to make up a couple of travelers notebook inserts. And normally this is Stamperia paper, and I put glossy accents on it, and I create the pockets in the inside. I add my papers to match. And then in the back, I have another pocket. And as you can see here, it's detached, right? It's something I sew and then I glue in afterwards. And while I was working with that, I came up with a different process where I cut the paper. This one's not done yet, but once I cut the paper into the size, I don't cut out this last piece. I actually leave it in there, and then I sew around it so that when I sew it in, it's a nice smooth spot, not so like the edge. It just makes it less bulky, and I'll still put a pocket on the side of this one too. But you can see I put some glossy accents. This is Stamperia. I like the papers. It's a little thin for an insert, but it's not so bulky. So let me show you what I do. First of all, you take the paper, whichever paper you like, and you're going to cut it to 21 inches. That's the standard. I've already cut up all my papers before I decided I was going to show you how to do this, but you cut it to 21 centimeters, and you should have this is a 12 by 12 paper. You should have your main piece along with a top, and this one will be used, for pockets. The pocket that you're gonna make on this side, however you want to make it. So save off that paper to go with it. And then the next thing you're gonna want to do, I'm gonna put this out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. And I have mine because I do a lot of travelers notebooks. I have it marked where I need to score them. And you can see it needs to go in upside down. I have it scored at, this one's a little bit bigger actually. Let me check this one. Yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know why this one is a little bit bigger. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's right here. I just had it out of alignment, but there's my first mark is at 4 1/4, and my second's at 8 1/2-ish. So yeah, 8 1/2. So I'm gonna score that next. So I'm gonna place my paper. I look at it, decide how I want it to be. This one actually has words on it, so I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna score it. It's a nice score. Nothing too deep. You don't wanna put a hole in your paper. This Stamperia paper isn't super heavy. Sorry, I got a little bit of shadow, but that's okay. So we're gonna fold it and then fold the other side. So you can see how large that pocket would be on this side. So this is gonna be your pocket. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark it off. Grab my pencil, and I am going to mark it. I already sewed on this one, so it's a little, I'll mark it so I can see it. And on there lightly. I'm going to trim it. And you could use your scissors to trim it. And all I did was, this is actually the size of the pockets that I was doing in my other video, where I would cover those pockets with, it was a craft folder pocket, and I would cover it. So I took that template and I kind of used that same, you know, you can just draw out however you'd like to do that. But so I'm gonna look for my lines. The first line is going to be cut, and you can do it by hand, or you can, part of it I'm going to do with the my cut here, because it's straight. And but let's cut this one. I get that line, it's right there. Right, and I need to go right here. And then I'm going to trim this. I save out the long piece because I probably will use it inside. And there you go. You get your pocket. And then from here, you can sew around the edges. I usually sew first now, and then I put glossy accents on it. But as you can see, you've got a automatic pocket on that side. And then any of the other pieces you can use on the inside to make a pocket on the inside. I'm not going to show you how I sew it. I just use my machine and sew wherever I please. I hope this tutorial will help you, and everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by.